For the game two of this match. It's going to be between Phil and Brian Fred. Phil will be playing his dark side, which is TTO, and Brian Fred will be playing his light side, which is TRM. All right, and just getting started here. It's going to be, like I said, TRM versus TTO. All right, so the players are getting ready here for the match. It's going to be starting effects for light side, insurrection, aim high, walkling, and like my father before me. Phil won the first game of this match with his light side by 18, if I remember correctly. I'll make sure to get that for you guys as soon as I get somebody else out here. So yeah, the other match between Chris Kelly and Lenny Rubin was really quick, so we switched over once these guys were done with their first game to this matchup for the second game, so we could keep as many games on stream as possible. And looks like they're about to get things going here. Looks like, I don't know if Beef Red is contemplating not starting Walkling and maybe starting What Chance Do We Have in this particular matchup. It looks like that's what the current decision is revolving around. Looks like he's still going to go with the Walkling. He's definitely, that's what he's trying to figure out here. Looks like he did go with the Walkling and is going to shuffle up the What Chance Do We Have. So, interesting potential start there. Getting, if he would have gone with the What Chance Do We Have, the TTO damage reducing effect. So, presume he'll be searching for that. In the early game. Alright, so they're just shuffling up. Thanks again for joining us here on the stream. If there's any stream-related issues, let me know. And we're getting ready here for this game. Alright, it's about ready to start. Let's get this one going. So yeah, once again, if you're just joining us, we switched over to this matchup after the other one was conceded. Phil won the first game with light side by 18. So B-Fred is in a 18 card deficit going into this game. So Brian Fred's going to go first. Pulls a grabber. He's going to get 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 force, I think, this first turn. Try to see if we can get get a glimpse of what their starting hands look like. so B Fred plays Docking Bay from reserve deck. All right, so he pulled the JCC. Oh, I thought he was pulling the JCC. Maybe not. Okay. So it looks like he just drew a card. Drew some cards. So got the Docking Bay out, but no other generation in that first turn. So that's usually a big deal for Throne Room, not getting any of those Twix pullers or Twixes out that first turn. So B-Fred's searching for some of those cards, it looks like. He's going to play the Wisa that he just drew to get the Boss Nash Chambers into hand. I'm working on getting you that PM, Waves, man. It's just hard to do two things at once on the computer. All right, the PM's on your way, Waves. All right, so Phil's got the Endor shield out. Sorry, a little behind there on the stream, but Phil's pulled the Endor shield, full Dazzle, and is pulling a sector. So I'm assuming that Jared Gerard is coming out. That's the second sector, so maybe he has the first one in his hand already. So get TTO going pretty quick. All right, so Jared Gerard and Ozzel, and so he already had the second sector, but maybe he activated the first one, which is why he's just drawing cards. So pretty standard TTO start there with getting that going, getting your Jared Gerard down. We'll see if maybe Brian Fred can attack the bunker. Plays a Dark Time for the Rebellion. And when Lightside goes first, they have to lose a force when you play that card. I imagine B-Fred will want to grab that one, so yeah, he does. So B-Fred grabs the Dark Time for the Rebellion. He's going to have to lose a force because he played Masasi Throne Room as his starting location. Adam? Hey, all right. So Adam is going to join us here on the stream. I think I've got you muted right now, but we'll turn you up. All right. So Adam should be joining us now. Thanks for helping me out. I'm all by myself on this one, so
We heard earlier that Brian Fred was having trouble yesterday getting everything he needed.
Yeah, so in the one game that he crushed earlier against Joe Olsen, he did get a lot of his pullers and activation that he needed. So this one definitely seemed like he got a little bit force choked on that first turn with not getting any pullers.
And he
We did get the Boss Nash Chambers eventually that first turn when he drew it, but wasn't able to deploy it first turn. And then this was a pull for, I don't know what he was, what the verify happened there, missed that one, but. So yeah, this with the deficit that B-Fred is facing, the 18, this is going to be sort of how we were watching earlier with the TTO against Joe Olsen. You gotta imagine he's just going to try to whittle him down with the TTO damage from Phil. Keep it close. So B-Fred's paying for Corn Horn, so he is going to attack the bunker. Looks like there was a barrier by Phil, pretty quick, and then there's a barrier canceller. So barrier was canceled with the, I think it was inconsequential barriers. And there's a battle, and these guys are playing pretty quick with those draws, so pardon us if we missed something there, but it looks like Corn Horn died, and he's going to keep Corn Horn there. Okay, no, he's losing force, and then Corn Horn. So he has like overflow there, and Osel dies. So Gergerod stayed. That attack against the bunker wasn't as successful as B-Fred would have hoped.
Hey Jerry, quick question.
Yep.
Could you enable screen sharing so I can see what you're saying?
Okay. Sorry. Let's see. You're gonna have to. Do you have TeamViewer on your? That's how they were doing it before.
I think you can do on the Google Hangout. You can do screen share.
Okay. Let me see. Sorry.
Top left. I'm like 10-15 seconds behind what you're seeing. So
okay.
It would be very.
My bad. Yeah. Greg Shaw was setting up a lot of the offsite stuff before, and I wasn't. So. Now you should be seeing what I see.
Yes.
So yeah, and this is the OBS feed.
Yes.
So you should be on time.
That's great.
Okay, cool. Sorry about that, Adam.
That's fine.
Yeah, the streaming stuff's still kind of getting. So he's got 2 sectors out now. Just pulled the first one with Gergerod this turn, and he's got 2 out now. Thrawn is also down with Gergerod in case B-Fred's got any more spy or Jar Jar shenanigans.
That's Thrawn V, I assume.
Yes, would be Thrawn V. All right. So he puts Thrawn out, draws cards. Doesn't look like he has any force saved, so maybe there was something he needed at the bottom of his force pile. Alright, so B-Fred pulled the docking bay. His turn. Still looking for the Jedi Council chamber.
There's 2 speaks at minimum and the JCC all in this reserve.
In there.
Not going to get it this next turn.
Probably not. You're right.
He could pop down 3PO and possibly get it if he has one of the pullers or 3PO in hand.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he has all 3 docking bays out and Boss Nass. So TTO does do that infamous choke, so.
So we got Reed Smith sitting here. This is live.
Yo.
So yeah, Reed's sitting next to me here. He's gonna at least watch a little bit of this B-Fred Phil matchup. So it just looks like I don't know if you saw, but Corn Horn attacked the bunker last turn, got rid of Osel, but didn't get rid of Gergerod. And then Luke's coming down to the docking bay with the lightsaber.
And Philo could be really big in this matchup, especially with Luke there already.
Yeah, Philo would be good, definitely.
We saw it play a big part in the game in the first round.
Yeah, definitely. With the entanglements, the Philo was huge.
Fred Unitop, or do you remember?
Fred, the Unitog was for the Cornhorn, I believe.
Well,
Yeah.
how did he get in the lost pile in the first place?
Because he attacked it. Jared Gerard and Ozzel were at the bunker, and so he put the Cornhorn and cleared Ozzel, but didn't get rid of Jared
He's got
Gerard.
Cornhorn in hand right now.
Yeah. I think that's why the Thrawn came down. So once he did that, he backed him up some more. So looks like the third sector was pulled by Phil this turn. So we might get the TTO damage started. That's a Tantive. All of Brian Fred's cards are signed. Sometimes they're hard to tell what they are. Or was that the
I think it was the Tantive.
Okay.
Pretty sure he's playing fly cap. You don't have deck list, do you?
No, I don't have the deck lists. We had Joe Olson's because I guess he emailed them to Greg Shaw, but. All right, I think it's kind of better that way, not having the list that way. We're not revealing things out to people.
I know, but I'm really curious to know if B-Fred has Philo in his deck at all.
Philo? He was on stream earlier, and we saw Philo against Joe Olson. He was playing. Joe Olson was playing Entanglement, so he had Philo and Luke at the docking bay, just causing all sorts of force drains. So definitely is a Philo in the throne room.
I thought for most of the second half of that game, he did have resistance satisfied, so I didn't.
That's true. Yeah, he did get resistance going, so it wasn't too bad. Just gonna verify on Phil's deck here. Looks pretty similar to the TTO deck that we saw earlier on stream. Naboo as the system, the Tarkin's orders, cancel battle planes drains. Seems pretty good. Alright, so with B-Fred being down in the match, he's still going to have to kind of dig this one out by, I think it's 19 to win. See what he's got going on. Okay. Got the third sector out and double our efforts. So TTO comes out this turn, and the Image of the Dark Lord to make the force drain at the docking bay -1.
I don't believe if we saw a altar in B-Fred's deck earlier or not, but that could be really big here.
Yeah, I don't know if we saw that if he has altar or not.
I don't think we did.
I think that might have been it right there in his hand.
Okay.
It looked like episode 1 altar.
Episode 1 altar? Yeah. All right. Reed says he might have seen the altar in his hand, so we'll keep our eye out for that, because that could be big. So we got the third sector, but I don't think he's drawing. Is he drawing cards? Didn't get the purple card out, so it's not operational just yet.
Who else you got on the commentary?
I've got Adam. He's remoting in when I was just by myself here, so I wanted to have somebody else. Joe Olson was doing some for the Chris Kelly-Lenny match, but that one was so quick.
Yeah.
So we definitely just saw the Philo in the reserve deck still. He's got the impressive, most impressive. All right. So we're going to see what B-Fred's up to here. See if there's any comments from Twitch chatters. This one. Okay, so yeah, someone in the stream says they have altar in hand. Game 1 was won by Phil by 18. Is what I was told. And so yeah, the winner of this match will face Lenny in the finals. So yeah, B-Fred's thinking about this turn. So I also wonder if Beefred has. I think he has the Falcon in hand also, so he could maybe start thinking about trying to blow up the Death Star.
He needs to make sure he's keeping up with this quick early damage to.
Right. That's why, yeah, the alter is going to be big if he can alter the projection or the image of the Dark Lord.
And Fred saw both set for stun combos in the deck last turn too. So
yeah,
if he can get started
towards moving in.
The thing is though, the epic event's not out yet.
Yeah, it's not out yet, so that he might not. If he goes too early, he might not put it out, just because you don't have to. And Phil also just has to, keep this one close. Hera and Ray down to the docking bay. He's going to use the use pile pull on the Speak with the Jedi Council chamber.
Makes sense.
No doubt about it.
Yep, that's good and get pulled. So now he's got all of his icons out. That'll definitely help.
I think you would have much rather had Philo there though than the JCC.
That's what I was wondering too.
Yeah.
Like you just wait and grab Philo when you can.
Yeah, Philo would have been pretty good too also.
Because I feel like that's the card that's going to change this game. Unless he's just simply planning on winning this game by flying in the Death Star and blowing it up that way.
Yeah, Philo would have done some good force drains for sure. Interesting. Well, at least now he kind of knows where the Philo is. It's at the bottom of his reserve deck. But interesting because Phil just really hasn't put much else out.
No, she was in the reserve deck when he searched last year.
Oh, he was in reserve? I thought she was in the used pile.
I was thinking hypothetically as if Philo had been in the force pile, if given the choice between Philo and JCC, I definitely think it was Philo.
Okay.
But alas, it was not meant to be.
Yeah. That is going to be a big card in this matchup if he can get that out.
But you need the JCC too. You need sooner or later. TTO's not giving you much in the way of icons.
I mean, they really just give you one icon until they put their system out.
Does Phil have 3 shields out right now? Is there one underneath Secret Plans?
Phil has Secret Plans and Battle Order, and I would assume a grabber. I don't see it, but
I think there's one with it's slightly shown on the screen. It's like a sliver.
Yeah,
I don't.
It's
probably grabber.
It's probably grabber, I would guess.
What is that?
That is Slave 1, I think. Symbol of Fear, Slave 1. It's like the AI version. Yeah, so he has combat response for Slave 1, and that's going to go to the docking bay. So then he's going to move those guys over and then fly it up to Endor. So now he's putting some cards to the table and threatening a drain of 2 at the Endor. But still no purple card from Phil this turn. So,
no system yet either.
Yeah.
Just imagine that.
Slow start for Phil.
How would he play it?
Yeah. Because I said, Phil's just in a position where he just wants to, keep control of this game and not lose by 19. So
sure.
Pretty cozy spot to be in.
I think he just looked for that thing's operational.
Oh, well, he already moved, though, didn't this turn?
Oh, yeah.
So I wasn't sure what he
for something.
Yeah, he definitely searched for something. I wasn't quite sure what it was. Because he already moved those guys over and moved the Slave 1 up, so he shouldn't have been able to deploy TTO, but who knows? So Phil's just drawing some more cards. Okay, no more Twitter questions. Alright, so now we'll get to see what Beefred is going to do with that Endor system. So he's getting 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. He's only getting 11 force, even with that JCC.
12 with Luke effect, though.
Oh, yeah. If he has a card he can use with Luke effects. Get an extra one. so I don't think it's coming through too well. But there's some noise coming from the game room, so if it's bothering you, Twitch people, let me know. Let's see what's B-Fred gonna do here. That's the Luke. Took a card from hand and put it on force pile with the Luke effect. So he's definitely planning on doing something. Feels like this is going to be a big turn in this game to see what.
Might just see a Falcon to the docking bay and take off.
Yeah.
Maybe one other card if he has another character or something.
Yeah. Just definitely thinking about what this turn's going to look like. See,
Is that corn in his hand?
Yeah, he used the Onita to get the corn horn back. Looks like he's initiating a force drain, or
Without using the altar beforehand?
So I guess he either didn't have the altar after all, or just didn't want to play.
Yeah, maybe
yeah.
So drain of one.
Drain of one and draw? That's all he's doing?
Lord Sidious, is that what that was?
Yeah, Lord Sidious, yeah. So yeah,
he's just digging for solo. Or someone to pilot that Falcon.
Maybe Anakin would be a good one to pilot the Falcon for the trying to figure out maybe who he's trying to get, or
did he search for a docking bay that turn?
I don't think he searched for a docking bay that turn.
So he's just drawing blindly here.
Yeah. Interesting.
About to take a drain.
Wonder if this deck is similar to the one Phil played at Worlds in 2017. When you played like a couple undercover spies and
yeah, they could be with the Ericas and U3POs and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Seems to be the way TTO goes these days.
He also had like 1 or 2 sniper dark strikes in there.
Okay.
At least one is standard, but like I think I'm pulling it up now.
Alright, so now it's Phil's turn. He was searching for his reserve deck, maybe with Jared Gerard or something.
Yeah, he did play 2 control set for stuns in his TTO for Worlds.
I'm pretty sure I saw 2 in the 2 control set for stuns.
Yeah, that
when
can be pretty
verified
big.
Earlier. Because that's why you probably want a high ability pilot to get around that and also to add to your. But he still hasn't deployed the purple card, so like. Blowing up the Death Star is not really an option until that comes out. Force push from Phil. See if there's any questions from the Twitters. Nope. Alright, so we've used the force push. Got something good with that, I'm sure.
So by now, if TTO...
We are dropping a lot of frames, wow.
That he's clearly intentionally withholding it.
Yeah.
He's force pushed, he's had a couple of turns.
Because yeah, at this point, exactly,
maybe,
yeah.
Pulled it from reserve deck with the sector.
Yeah.
And he has not done so, but there's really no pressure or onus on him whatsoever.
Yeah, because I mean,
anyway.
I agree. I don't think we're going to see that card until Phil knows it's okay, or even at all. He's going to be doing just fine with the way this game is currently set up.
He's ahead in the match, and he's ahead in damage race in this game.
It's up to Brian to change the board state. Oh, so it looks like Phil's playing a Monarch. A lost Monarch on Brian's hand. I don't know if that's going to do much, but at least he gets to know what's in his hand, and that's pretty big. I don't know if I saw any duplicates.
Yep, the that's the kind of play you can afford to make.
Yeah, when you're up like that.
Doesn't seem like he got anything.
Yeah, I don't think anything was taken out of his hand, but at least Phil now knows exactly what Brian has to attack him with, so he knows what he can and can't get away with.
Nice job by B-Fred manicuring his hand that way. Because he's
right.
been putting the cards back and drawing with Ray.
So Monarch's not usually a card I've seen in TTO decks, so maybe that was a card Phil put in for match play today. Then that was just a force drain of 2 at Endor. Alright, so seeing if Phil's going to do anything else on this turn. Now that Phil knows that B-Fred has the Falcon in hand, he's definitely not going to hurry to put TTO out. Looks like he's just drawing some cards. Alright, so now it's B-Fred's turn.
Whopping 11 force.
Yeah. TTO is, like I said, only gives up 1 icon until you put that system out, which Phil is in no hurry to do, I'm sure.
So can't the Falcon deploy with Corrin since he's a spy to the Death Star itself, and
The
then
Falcon
fly
could go to the Death Star itself with Corrin Horn. You are
and
correct.
then fly
Yeah.
2 parsecs or 2 sectors in right away? That's scary to look at as a TTO player.
Yeah.
Or that opportunity.
That would be a pretty strong play if he was able to get Corrin onto the Falcon and double move it, because that would put a pretty tight clock on TTO. I think you would only have 1 turn to potentially shoot it down with Mianda if that happened that way. Looks like
I don't think you would have any chance because you can't fire weapons in sectors.
Well, the Mianda can fire weapons in the sector.
Oh, okay.
You just can't deploy them onto the ship. So you have to deploy it when he's at the Death Star 2 system, and then once you move in, he can shoot it. So
And all that is moot if the purple card never hits the table.
Right, yeah. Because at this point, if I'm Phil, I'm not putting that card out. Because this game's going exactly the way you would want it to go so far. But B-Fred's eventually going to figure out something for space and
Endor find his way into
Philo and alter that image of the Dark Lord. So Corrin Horn goes to the bunker. That'll help Brian Fred with some activation, suspending the Endor shield. But I guess, yeah, Corrin Horn's not going to the Falcon.
5 force remaining.
5 force. Drawing the bottom one with Ray. And then drawing more cards, I'm guessing. But so just the Corrin Horn. Turn off the Endor shield. And then still going to eat that drain of 2 up at Endor. It's quite the staring contest they've got going on here.
Couple of really tepid turns in a row.
Yeah.
From B-Fred.
Yeah.
Like, you're really hoping to see an impact turn from him there after he had drawn.
Yeah, I think it's just the force choke that he's dealing with. Like, he's just not able to do enough on his turns, but we'll see. Like, turning off the Endor shield and saving 3, maybe next turn is the turn he's really hoping to get something going. Yeah, I mean, with 11 force a turn, it's just not enough. So he's gonna peel 2 off the top. Maybe. No, okay, never mind. He's just losing cards from hand.
Look
One
like
off the top. Yeah, 1 from hand, 1 off the top for the strain of 2.
Looked like he still had a pretty decent chunk of cards in his reserve
Yeah.
for now.
Yeah, looks pretty good. What did you play today for?
Was a couple of piles. I played the Diplo. How do we get into this mess?
Okay, the
pile.
speed Diplo sort of thing, or
Yeah, and then the Coruscant CRV pile.
okay. Coruscant CRV is like so close to being good. I feel like it's just.
And the first game, Lenny.
With that new V that we saw,
He left me
could
a
be.
nice Kylo Ren shuttle with no pilot, just a trooper aboard it.
Up in space.
Up in space
Yeah.
in turn 1, and I had all the combo pieces, and I was really hoping to chain out like a profundity with like a Poe or something and make him pay, but it didn't come together. I just got the ship and battled him for the power difference and made him lose the trooper. But if if the cards had fallen a different way, then I probably could have punished him pretty badly.
Yeah, that's a ballsy play, just a trooper and no destiny up on there. So.
So that was game 1. I lost that game by 15, which is not insurmountable, but he applied some pretty decent drain damage in the second game with his Diplo against the Coruscant mains, and he snuck a beat down in for 9, which
That's tough, especially when you're already down by 15. All right, so it looks like he's playing a command. Phil is to grab. No, yeah, he doesn't need to verify that, I guess. All right, so see what's Phil's up to this turn. I saw a Maul EPP in his hand. He could maybe go try to mess up Corn Horn, get that Endor shield back. But I think he's done with his turn. So yeah, here we go with Beefred's turn. I'm interested to see what Beefred does this turn, because he should have enough force to do something here.
13 force, right?
Plus he gets the 2 from Endor shield now too. So yeah.
Because he's been at 11.
Yeah, and then he's got 3 saves, so he'll have like 16, and then maybe 1 more if he can put something back with the Luke effect. So I feel like this turn should be something.
Well, like Phil knows this, and Phil didn't reinforce the system at all. So Phil, whatever he has in his hand, he's got to be feeling pretty safe.
Yeah, agreed.
I mean, he has the Boba Fett exchange also.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Phil's looking all right here, I think. But it will be interesting to see what Beefred comes up with. Looks like he's paying 3 to force drain. Or no, he's paying 3 to put 4 for the Tantive. Okay. So Tantive's now to Death Star. So that's tough without TTO. That's a pretty big force drain with the it's like +3 with TTOs on the table. So that might put some pressure on Phil to put TTO down to, or maybe he's going to Endor.
Yeah, I think he might go to Endor because he probably wants to shuttle some people up.
Yeah.
And then, yeah, I forgot about that text on the Death Star. And then the Tantive's gonna make it a battleground.
Yeah. So that would be like, that could be. But it looks like he's deciding to go to Endor, like you said, probably to shuttle up some people. But yeah, 1 more deployed to Endor.
The Death Star it is.
Okay. So final answer seems to be Death Star. Okay, he's playing the Falcon and Solo to the docking bay, and he'll pick up Rey and Harris and Dula probably.
He might just double move.
That's true. Yeah, then he can just stack the Death Star system with those two ships. Threaten that drain of 5 or whatever it is.
Plus, then he's able to satisfy for Coward and turn
Yeah.
at the
That's true.
bunker too.
Battle plan and all that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that could turn some things around for Beefred. So I definitely was pretty sure this turn was going to be big for him because he got the Endor shield turned off. He had a bunch of force saved, so he was going to make a run for it this turn. So he picks up all those characters. Now Luke's all by himself. Maybe Core and Horn will move over. So pay one to move, and I think he's going to pay another one to double move like you thought. So now he's just got the Death Star 2 system stacked. And then I think he's ship docking with the Tanev and dropped Hera off. So now they're all piloting. I know he has got them all EPP in hand, so I wonder if Luke now maybe he might get attacked.
Phil's stacking some destinies.
Dark maneuvers adds 2 to the maneuver of the Slave 1.
So he has like 17 power and 3 draws that Death Star.
Yeah,
2?
the Death Star 2 system has draw from. Well, she wouldn't be with 2 rebels, so she needs to. If we get an extra draw, if they puts an Imperial down, which would probably happen.
That's what I was inferring.
Yeah, so then you get. Yeah, so there would be 3 draws if that happens for sure, and 3, 6, 9. Yeah, I think 17 sounds right on the power. So yeah, let's see what Phil has for this.
On that last verify of Phil's deck, we did see a control set for stun on the bottom of his reserve deck.
Okay.
So I don't. He could still have one in hand, but
I don't see any in that reserve deck. The control set for stuns. I saw the command, dark maneuvers, something else.
I think I saw the Monarch
Yeah,
too.
the Gick might have. Yeah, Gick. We played the Monarch lost. So the Monarch.
Oh.
Yeah, so I think it might have been a Gick that we saw. So he's going to pay 3 to drain at the Endor system. Beefred's going to lose 2 force to that drain. So we'll see what Phil has to respond. That Death Star 2 system, without TTO being on the table, is a drain of 5. Got Jedi Levitation in hand too, so I could get him another character.
You know all it takes here, though. Okay, so is Major Mianda.
Mianda, yep, that's true. Mianda's so good. We saw that in the last game that Joelson and Beefred played. He shot him down.
Because you shoot the Tanev, and that obviously eliminates the Death Star from being a battleground.
That's true, yeah. So Baron and Saber 1 go to the Death Star system.
Black Sun Fleet would have been nice here, too.
Because, yeah, you can have moved Boba Fett over. And Vader on Vader's shuttle with Tarkin. So, yeah, this is a big turn for Phil. So we got Vader's personal shuttle with Tarkin and Vader and Baron. So that's 3 destinies, right?
Phil's been waiting for this.
Yeah, you can tell he's been building his hand for that for sure. So, big space battle here. I think they both can draw 3 destinies. So this could be a bloodbath if there's no command from the dark side player. But I guess he doesn't have an admiral there to do it with him. Yeah, so yeah, he's on Admiral Oswald's on the other ship.
Lateral damage could come in here too.
Lateral damage could also be a good one too, and that's the other system is coming out now. So, I wonder if that's part of the plan. Looks like he paid one to battle though. Pretty sure that's going down.
Initiate battle.
That second ship is Saber 1, correct?
Yeah, it's Saber 1 with Baron, and then Tarkin Vader on shuttle.
So I had to look away for like 2 seconds, and
No worries.
the
Yeah.
space package came down.
Exactly. You look away at the wrong moment, and you miss out. So yeah, it looks like I see it as 3 destinies for each side, and then I guess Phil can add. Yeah, can Phil add a destiny with that thing is operational? Not which one? Is it the 3rd sector that adds a destiny?
Second sector that does.
Okay.
I'll look it up.
Yeah, I think TTO has to be out.
TTO has to be out for that, I think.
Oh, that thing's operational on table. You may add 1 destiny during battles at Destor 2 system.
Yeah, so that doesn't come into effect yet, but
No, like TTO might be out.
it might be out. That's true.
Oh geez, Phil's
Oh,
crushing
6,
it.
6,
So
6.
yeah, he did draw the 4 destinies, so we can assume
yeah,
now that
TTO must be
TTO
out.
is out.
And that's why the system out. Let's go there.
Yeah, so that was 4 destinies that were crushed. Although B Fred is drawing 2 6s so far, and I don't.
Is that a Ray?
That might be a Ray
Chewy maybe.
or a Chewy with blaster or with bowcasting. He's gonna Jedi Lev that one, whatever it was. So I think it was a Chewy, and then he's gonna draw something. Is that a Speak with the Jedi Council?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's say that. Yeah.
So that would be
At least a ship and 2 guys.
yeah. So that's a bloodbath with all that attrition.
Pretty sure it could possibly be a. I mean, he might be able to keep Tanev alive.
I believe attrition. No, 23 because Baron fell.
23 attrition for light side is what Reed counted.
Approximated.
About yeah.
Yeah, it was 3.
It was a 6664.
Plus 1 from
And
Baron.
Baron adds 1 to your total.
22, 23.
Yeah, something like that. It's a bloodbath, man.
So solo covers 4. Dear.
Solo's for 6, I think, right? And then Ray is also 6. Or no, Ray's 7. Oh, Solo 7? Okay.
Solo 7. Ray is 7, 14.
So that'd be 14. You still owe the Falcon or Hera, or yeah, that's a bloodbath.
So I think he's only going to be able to keep Tanev alive because the Falcons also forfeits for 7.
Okay.
Up to 21.
I think it's going to be everything except the Tantive is what's going to die. Yep.
Phil says that'll learn you.
What's up, Joe?
How's it going, gentlemen?
We're just watching this B Fred Phil thing.
Anything interesting going on?
Just had a huge
Just had a huge bloodbath battle in space. 4 destinies for Phil.
Phil
and
had
23 attrition.
23 attrition for B Fred and
Yeah.
15 for him.
Yeah, it's bloodbath. For sure.
It only leaves Vader and
Doesn't look like B Fred
Shuttle and
damage
Tanev alive.
to the Dark Lord.
Yeah, we thought he had an altar, but I don't think he does.
He has altar in his hand.
Oh, he does?
And
Okay.
He has a Naboo Battle Planes in hand.
But now Naboo's out, and you can just start Tarkin ordering that drain.
Yeah.
And Phil got the first one by 18, right? Is that what I heard?
18. Correct, yeah.
I wanted to make sure.
He's operational.
All right, so yeah, the purple card is definitely out now.
So now that the Falcon's gone, he's not really worried about.
Yeah, about getting it blown up because the
Yeah.
Falcon is gone. Yeah, I don't see how B Fred's going to be able to pull this one out by 19. Yeah.
By 19.
Yeah.
Tough.
It's going to be tough. He's going to have to put something up to that Tanev.
He's getting some
He's training for 4 this next turn. 2
Wait.
at the sector.
Yeah.
Or Duster 2.
Yeah, that's a big drain. He does have to pay for it, though.
And-
Or no, I guess he doesn't because it's a battleground.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
I always forget that the Tanev does that. So that's going to
big
be,
off the top.
Phil will have to pay for his. Phil's doing 7, so.
yeah.
Command.
That's it. That was some good force loss that we caused there, at least.
Yeah, it was draining 2,
He-
drain 1, drain.
We could possibly see B Fred playing What Chances Do You Have, which would really help here.
Yeah, B Fred almost started What Chance Do We Have? He almost started.
He
it
does
over,
play
over
it.
Walkling. Yeah, when they first started, he was debating between What Chance Do We Have and Walkling to start. He went with Walkling, but he was definitely
There's,
considering. There was Philo.
there's a Philo. He had Philo in his hand. I was about to
And
comment
then
on
here
that.
comes the battle planes also. So he's probably going to put like
So
an
now
Anakin or a Obi-Wan or somebody over there.
See how many characters he has.
He's if you put someone on the battle planes, he's threatening 8.
That's true. So that's a yeah.
Obi-Wan with stick.
Is it Obi-Wan with lightsaber? I'm pretty sure that's the
There's
lightsaber.
a blue lightsaber there.
Yeah,
So
it's Obi-Wan with stick.
the mix of the glare and the doodling is just makes it a little difficult.
Yeah, the glare in that spot's not great. I agree, but whatever. So what is he gonna do with that Tantive? He's got to put somebody up there, right? I suppose he could move the Tantive to Naboo and then slurp a Obi-Wan up. That would be weird, but I'm trying to think of who else he could get on there.
I don't know, he might just send it and leave the tandem there because Baron Fellowship is in the lost pile. We saw Zuckus and Mr. is in the lost pile earlier.
Mm-hmm. So we probably get Maul ship maybe, or Black 2 sometimes.
Well, so Philo and Obi help, but Phil's about to hit him for 7, and the other thing is Beefred's playing Slave Leia, the like Reflections 3-1, so Phil can find his Black Sun fleet. He can just start annoying, going over, moving the battle and the Tantive and stuff. So Phil has tons of.
Yeah, we were just trying to figure out how Beefred, because like how we would get out of this one, especially if they just start Tarkin's orderings that Naboo drain, and yeah, the Philo helps, but for how long?
I think Beefred is doing what he has to
I
do.
mean, when he's staring down 8 damage or 7 damage.
Yeah, he'll take.
Damage, and if he has, he should have a we're doing combo here. This is the first turn that TTO has been affected. Usually,
Yeah.
At that time, by that point in the game,
You found the We're Doomed combo.
At least one copy in his hand.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, that might have been one of the things that Phil was hoping to nab with the Monarch, though.
That's true. Yeah,
Because
good call.
sometimes those things coagulate in your hand against the stack.
Yeah.
And you don't want to play it because it'll get grabbed.
Yeah.
But then you get stuck with 2 of them in your hand sometimes.
Yeah, I think he didn't lose anything to the Monarch, but I'm sure Phil got a lot of useful information out of that.
So there's a feather in the cap of the idea of playing Monarch in TTO.
Yeah.
The potential of putting both of those cards directly in the lost pile.
Yeah.
Do you not like Monarch and TTO?
I never really had an opinion about it.
I was just curious because you said a feather in the cap.
No, just Jerry and I had been discussing the Monarch earlier when it was played.
Yeah, I thought that was pretty cool though, having that in there.
No.
Monarch, the reason it's mostly in there is for use because a lot of times they have answers. They have Philo. They have like they want to get their battle
There's
planes.
escape pod on the grabber.
Okay, so Escape Pod was just played, and it's grabbed, so that's a big thing to make sure that we know.
Yeah, but they want to get their Philo. They want to find their Falcon to blow it up. So they have to draw, and then they get a clogged hand with 3 Jedi Lukes and extra like blaster deflection and Jedi concentration, and so then they have to go above 12 and use Monarch use and set them up. They finally draw their Falcon, and then you're like use and send it back. And
No, that's good
It's
strat.
a pretty good blowout card when they need to draw to find their answers and can't go above 12.
Definitely. Thanks for the tips, Mr. Olson. All right, so we saw the Escape Pod combo get played and grabbed, so that's going to be big. We don't know if Beefred has another one. We know he has the What Chance Do You Have, or do we have, but I don't think he has it in his hand. So Beefred's doing drains of like 2 and 2 and 1 though.
He's got 2 at the Death Star, 1 at the bunker, 3 at the docking bay, and 2 at the battle planes.
Well, isn't it just 2 at the docking bay? Because no, Philo adds 2 at the docking bay. Oh, okay, that's right. Okay.
So it should be it should be 3.
Okay. Yeah, I forgot she added 2. I forgot. I thought she just added 1 for some reason. Yeah, Philo is real good against TTO.
Yeah.
But Brian's losing like 4 cards here to drains.
Yep.
And I'm sure that Phil is going to have something to say about all of this damage.
About that, yeah. See, I mean, this one looks like it's going to be a pretty even game, but once again, Fred needs to win by 19 to advance. So.
Or 18 in lost piles, right?
I'm sorry.
Or 18 in lost piles.
I suppose he could tie at 18 and then do a lost pile.
Why would you look at this? Just transposing the ships.
So yeah, he's playing some.
Phil didn't even have as much as an undercover spy.
Wow. Okay. So yeah, no Arica or U3PO to cancel up that drain. So that's pretty big. I think Beefred has the Sorry About the Mess combo in hand. So I think it might have not been too good, but still, if you have it, you got to put it down. But yeah, so he's just moving over to Naboo and starting that drain. All right, so now Beefred's gonna get, like I said, he's gonna get his 5,
7, right?
6 damage. Yeah, so it's gonna be 3, 4, 5, 6,
8 actually for all goes
8, and then 2 at the battle planes. So yeah, they are trading a decent amount of damage. So looks like that was the Tarkin's orders to cancel this drain. And Beefred had to grab the first Dark Time for the Rebellion played. So he doesn't have a grabber available anymore.
Do you remember the circumstances surrounding the playing of that card?
The Dark Time for the Rebellion? It was right at the very beginning, and it seemed like he played it while Beefred was activating, or it was like one of the first or second turn.
Or anything that
No, yeah.
I just wonder.
I think Phil played it just like his first turn, like to make Brian grab it. I guess I'm not sure. It was I think it just played it to activate a force. First or second turn a long time ago. So.
That's curious.
Yeah. Let's see. Sauce loves that word, bloodbath. Okay, thanks, Crypto. All right.
Someone should go back and watch them and take the VOD and like edit it and just like have like make like a 15-second clip of you saying bloodbath.
Bloodbath.
This is a real bloodbath. What a bloodbath.
We're gonna go back, dude. We'll do that. It'll be great. Apparently, I use that word too much. I gotta expand my vocabulary.
I mean, you know, how many synonyms does a word like that
I know,
actually
right?
have?
Right?
Like use like massacre.
Yeah. See, it's more fun.
Yeah. But bloodbath is just a much more jovial word.
Okay, so it's Phil's turn now, right? What's up, Denny?
Go back and forth, watch live, and I'm curious to see what you pros say.
Pros?
Well,
Pros before
people who know what
hoes?
they're talking about.
I just know the cards, that's all.
Yeah.
I know what that card is.
That helps.
Alright. So he's moving the Tantive over in front of the Vader shuttle, and then he's going to shuttle Luke up and probably move Cornhorn over to where Philo is, or maybe not. Maybe they'll just leave them both. He's going to play Dark Maneuvers, cycle that 6 around.
Seems like kind of an our most desperate hour kind of play there to leave little Philo by herself.
Yeah.
Power oneself.
I know he's got the Darth Maul in hand.
Yeah, you
so,
said that earlier. It's EPP Maul, right?
Yeah, EPP Maul is in hand for sure.
I can't imagine that Phil's so low in life force that he can't apply the Maul to the docking bay. And
Yeah, no, I think Phil would be just fine playing that. He's activating a bunch of force now.
But I mean, Cornhorn's been sitting all alone at the bunker all game, so it's pretty apparent that Beefred is prepared to deal with battle damage, probably in the form of a Hoojix in his hand.
Yeah.
Let's see if he's got. It doesn't look like he's really itching to play a card here, but let's see if he's got the second Redoom combo.
Next would be the TTO damage for 3, and then drain a 2 at the Naboo system.
Yeah.
Looks like that's what he's doing now, is
They
the
did.
drain.
When he was getting force drained by Phil, he set aside like 4 interrupts that he made sure he was holding onto in his hand. So not sure what they were. I don't want to be too close to him.
Yeah, I'm sure there are Hujiks and inconsequential barriers are probably the two. He's really scooping. Okay, so
Nice job, Phil.
handshake there. Looks like we've got Brian Fred being eliminated by Phil in this game. So our final match will be Phil and Lenny, 1 versus 2, I believe, in the Swiss yesterday. So went pretty chalky, but we'll get you the updates on when that's going to happen and get that going for you guys ASAP. Thanks for joining us here for this one. Once again, in case you missed it, Phil is advancing to the finals against Lenny Rubin, and we will get that underway here shortly. Thanks, Star Wars players.